No, tole, kar vidimo tukaj, je Audi Q6. Elektro Audi Q5, se pravi, takšen družinski SUV bo verjetno najbolje prodajani elektro Audi, ko bomo seveda imeli samo elektro Audije. Z namenom ima oznako Q6 in ne Q5. Namreč polno elektro Audi so označeni s sodimi številkami. Audi z lihimi številkami, se pravi Q3, Q5 in tako naprej, pa so seveda bencinsko, dizelsko ali pa hibridno gnani. Seveda zdaj je čas, da pogledamo, kaj se skriva tukaj pod to belino, pod to kamuflažo. Na vprašanje, čemu kamuflaža, ko pa je to že skoraj povsem serijski avtomobil, so mi odgovorili s trditvijo, da je to avto, ki je narejen od znotraj navzven. Saj, če na zunaj deluje kot pravi klasičen Audi, pa v notranjosti najdemo revolucijo.
We call it the soft wrap architecture, really from door to door in the dashboard, very three-dimensional, and so it plays a lot with light and shadow, and it really puts the material in the foreground. And this is possible by also moving functions into the background more. For example, you see very sleek air vents, and they are more in the background, and this creates a very dramatic feeling. And a side effect of it, with this very horizontal lines and sculptural feeling, you have a very clear understanding of the space. So the car looks bigger as it actually is, and that really gives this prestigious feeling.
Audi was always a technical brand, so everything in the car needed to be technical. Now you're pointing towards comfort.
It's a very good point. It's really about the contrast between soft and hard, defined and comfortable areas, and we really balance these out. Because the more screens we have in the car, the more important it is to have also a focus on comfort as a counterbalance. Everything where you interact with the car, we have the same material logic. So the screens are black, of course, with the graphic user interface. They come alive, but all the elements where you get in touch with the car, they are in this black high gloss feeling.
So whatever is black, that's functional.
We have different fabrics in the car. The one here is shown is called Melange. And what you see is this is the upper material, this is the inner material of it. This is the entire, more or less, fabric you found in the car. And all of that is made by recycled products. We got different kinds of sources from the product. Also in the stitching, this is renewable material. So you can more or less sit and feel the sustainability in the car.
So, if I understand correctly, this is plastic.
This is plastic.
So, what is the secret to this melange color?
The secret is that the yarn, like the ground material, the base material you have, is not that in one color at the end. It's more in the different shades of gray or different shades between anthracite or black and gray. So at the end it comes to a randomly design of the color, which is, of our point of view, really nice and makes or shows the progressivity of the car in the interior.
So not 50, but 2 shades of gray.
Yeah.
How can I clean this if it gets dirty? Or
I mean, the material is more or less the same you have on the seats. So if you're able to clean seats with fabrics, you also have the possibility to clean like the so-called soft wrap and also the door inlays. It's not that sensitive. It's I mean, with Audi quality, it's really durable. Exactly.
This is also recycled?
Yeah, it's also recycled. It's a new Technic fabric out of 100% PET bottles, as an example. And you see right now, I mean, we have sustainability or sustainable products in the car, but which really nicely fit in a design of different materials, really nice, with a really nice touch you can try, and it fits perfectly together with the color. And it's also sustainable.
So you say this is 100% PET,
Yep.
but this is also PET bottles, right?
PET bottles. Fishing nets, as an example, different sources of plastics which are in the shape that we are able to reuse it.
Our masterpiece is this curved panoramic display with its OLED technology, black in black, really a seamless look. It's curved, it has a nice contour, and the curvature is there also for a reason, because if I touch my finger to touch something, it's already a curve. So it's a very natural shape, and it really fits well into the architecture of the car. So we have a sleek dashboard, and this really freestanding, very prominent, and it gives you this in-control feeling.
Noviteta, ki je namenjena sovozniku tega avtomobila, no, na to noviteto jaz ponovadi nisem navdušen. Namreč, jaz v svojem avtomobilu ne bi želel, da bi moj sopotnik med vožnjo gledal filme. Ampak ta zaslon vendarle je koristen tudi iz uporabniškega stališča, namreč preko tega zaslona lahko sovoznik med vožnjo pomaga vozniku. Poglejmo nekaj funkcij. So if I understand you correctly, I can have a navigation here on this screen while I'm driving, and while we are on the road, my wife can search for special points of interest along the route and find these places and then send it to my navigation screen.
Exactly. If you want, like, we think of that, like, you still communicate and like have, yeah, do you want to drive to this special pizza restaurant, something, and then you can click on it and automatically adds this route to the navigation. Yeah, so this is like a new interaction with a whole new digital stage that we have now, the driver connected to the passenger and the passenger connected to the driver. So this is all new with the Q6 e-tron now. This wasn't possible before, but it's now possible.
So my daughter can be a DJ here and find the next song that we will be listening to together in the car.
Exactly, or a podcast or an audio book or anything you want.
I'm glad that you kept the normal loudness button.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we too. So yeah, it's some iconics we keep in the car. So the volume knob, and you can like mute, unmute still, and you can with the click on the left, on the right, still skip. Like you can skip on your steering wheel. So we keep this iconic.
Keep it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we will.
Okay. Inovativen pa je tudi tisti zaslon, ki pa je skrit pred sovoznikom. Vidi ga samo voznik. Ta zaslon, ta projicirni zaslon ponoven s podatki oplemeniti živo sliko, ki jo voznik vidi skozi okno. Navigacijska puščica recimo pokaže v točno določen izvoz v krožišču. Kako to deluje, smo si pogledali virtualno. In virtualno sem pogledal tudi vse sestavne dele tega sistema. Prvega velikoserijskega električnega Audija smo najprej zapeljali po puščavi, seveda v Abu Dhabiju. Šlo je za e-trona in seveda vas vabim, da zdaj obudite spominje na tisto zgodbo s kamelo. Ampak naj spomnim, e-tron je takrat ponujal električni doseg, ki je bil za tiste čase kar sprejemljiv, ampak ta Q6 e-tron pa zdaj ponuja doseg, ki je skoraj dvakrat daljši, kot ga je ponujal tisti prvi e-tron. Medtem so e-trona preimenovali Q8 in se je približal temu dosegu, ampak vendarle ta avtomobil ima daljši doseg, zato ker je to prvi električni Audi na novi električni platformi, omogoča dosege preko 600 km. Pa še eno stvar vam povem, no tisti e-tron se je polnil bistveno počasneje kot pa ta novi Audi Q6. Namreč pri tem avtomobilu si lahko 250 km dosega povrnete v komaj 10 minutah. Tudi na tem zamaskiranem belem Audiju vam že lahko pokažemo eno funkcijo, se pravi car-to-car komunikacijo, se pravi komunikacijo med vozili. Se pravi, če se temu avtomobilu približa na določeno razdaljo, te luči posvetijo drugače. Pa še eno stvar vam pokažem, novost, ki so jo dodali temu avtomobilu. Ko voznik pritisne vse 4 utripalke, tukaj zadaj vidimo varnostni trikotnik. Kako poteka razvoj komunikacije med vozili pri Audiju, lahko zdaj nekako občutite z ogledom vašega naslednjega videa. Testa Q5, prvega avta, ki opozarja voznika za nami, naj podaljša varnostno razdaljo za nami. Preizkusili smo v praksi. Poglejte.